Sherry Nelson, as you may know, the Los Angeles and New York Weekly Times, that great publication, voted the Yo Show a top 50 show in the entire world.
Of course.
Something to be excited about. Saint Ricketts Kingdom Fall from the self-titled album Saint Ricketts. Out now, of course, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, etc. I'm going to pause. Wow, boys. I'm losing already. Pause the boys and say good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday night. And as I said earlier, we're not going to treat Wednesday anymore like an off show or a Yo 2.0 or anything like that. It is the Yo Show. Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights. This is the Yo Show number one in my book. Thank you, J.D. Wolf, up there in the Northland. Your neighbor, your Canadian residence. He's Minnesota. Of course, Kinsey King is in the house. That great shirt we know and love. And we got spammed already, too. Hi, I'm new here, and I really enjoy your stream. Happy and like to know each other. Let's chat on Discord. My handle is HenryTT9. Thank you for the spam, HenryTT9.
Hi, Henry.
Hi, Henry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wednesday night, this is the Yo Show. I am Jeff the Shark Perini. And with me again, she fills in for us sometimes. She's been a guest on here. She is a producer and promoter and a show host and Maxim magazine model. And you name it, she is it. One of the most lovely human beings in the world. Because every time I schedule you to come on, people just go berserk. Everybody give it up for the amazing Sherry Nelson. Sherry, good evening.
Good evening. You're so good. I'll go find that person you just described and I'll be right back.
There she is right there. In blue tonight. I like the look. It's very classy looking. Blue with the nice jewelry you got on there and a nice little setup this evening. How are you?
Good. I'm in Canada. I'm in my dad's house, so it's getting a little cold out. So, and I'm sitting, and I hope they arrive. He's got a lot of windows, and last night there was about 15 elk that showed up, and so I'm going to turn the camera on the real stars of the show, and hopefully they make an appearance. So, cross fingers. Some might see them as reindeer, but yeah, we might have some additional audience members.
Why not?
Everything's great. It's just getting a little bit chilly here, so it's about time that I pack my suitcase and head towards the palm trees of Las Vegas.
Right back to Las Vegas. We'll be out there in late November, my wife and I, and just such a great town. So you do it well. You got a nice residence up there in Canada. Part-time you spend in just one of the most amazing cities in rural Las Vegas, Nevada. Very fitting for you to be out there because you're like an entertainment person. You like the action and all that. And that's awesome. And I get excited for that. We'll go back to that in 1 second because speaking of action and excitement, the Elk may or may not be here, but coming up at 8:30 tonight, they will definitely be here. One of the hottest bands in the area. It is the one and only Defiant. They'll be here at 8:30 tonight. I'm going to play a couple songs. I actually got 3 songs loaded up by these dudes. Kind of a pop.
They're really good, Jeff. Where did you find them? They're excellent.
They are a band local to this area, and I've seen them play a couple of shows around here. And everybody in the area, especially upstate PA, has so many great things to say about Defiant. And I'm like, okay. So I was at a show this past summer. iRockRadio.com had this huge show there with all kind of bands and food and beer and all that great stuff. So I'm sitting outside waiting for the acoustic to go on. All of a sudden I hear, hey, you're Jeff, right? Yeah, I am. Jeff, Joe Defiant. How you doing? Joe, of course, is with Defiant. I've known of them. Getting to see them live was awesome. So, yeah, this is a great, great band. Very well respected in the area.
Well, if they caught your ear, they must be.
Well,
so, yeah, good for them. I'm excited to meet them.
They're awesome dudes. Very much rock out kind of guys, but cool guys. Joe's just a great dude. A lot of people in the community swear by just all the works of Joe. So we're excited to have him here. That'll be around 8:30 this evening. I want to thank last week's guest, the awesome up-and-coming country star Callie Tucker was here with us. She was great. We definitely get excited for her. My main man, Michael Kennedy, in the house. Mike, love you, dude. Mike is become a big fan of the show lately. You're getting to meet Sherry, I think, for the first time. Sherry is just an all-around superstar. I should have brought that. I keep moving the pictures.
I'll find the person you're talking about.
It is you. It is the one and only, the amazing Sherry Nelson. I love having you here because you've been around all kind of entertainment and podcasting and show hosting, etc. So you know the flow, you know what we love to do here. You constantly tell me you're a fan of what we do here. So thank you again for jumping on tonight. When I hit you up, I think this morning, I'm like, way too short a notice. And you're like, sure. So I love it. Thanks.
No, usually you send me a message and me and my girlfriend are at the spa and we got clay all over our face. And I go, yeah, no, I'm really busy right now. I can't.
No red face tonight. Right? That's what you say. So my face is kind of red
Very
tonight. It's
busy.
not going to work. I'm very, very busy getting beautified, which it seems like it's well worth it. You always come out looking lovely on our program as well. What's been new since we've seen you last? It's been, I don't know, 2 months maybe since we've seen you last. What's going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah, quite a few things upcoming. I'm excited. Well, the last time I was here, I was telling you that I produced a photo shoot for an excellent female boxer. They're calling her the future world champion. And my girlfriend, Trixie Gwynn, she created a magazine called Custom Trends.
Awesome.
And you can pick that up at Amazon, Walmart. And she also has Custom Trends TV. She saw her without me knowing, and she is picked her as the best of 2024. So she'll be in the upcoming issue along with a lot of other fantastic athletes and performers. So I'm really excited and proud that, yeah, exactly. And I'm really excited that Yadira made it in that magazine. I feel like she's like my little girl, but she's fantastic. Her coach, Gil Martinez, he's wonderful. He's got nothing but winning competitors boxing. They're always winning. They were just in Niagara Falls last weekend. So, yeah, so there's that. And I'll be in Vegas here in a couple weeks. And then I go down to Los Angeles to participate at the South Beach Music Awards show. And I get to meet a few entertainers there and interview them. So I'm really looking forward to that.
That's awesome.
And then 2 days after that, I fly to New York and I'll be there for 2 weeks for Christmas almost. And I get to perform with my favorite comedian of all time, Ike Valley.
Shout out to Ike. Yep.
Yeah, he's doing a Christmas cabaret at the world famous Copacabana, and I'll be a part of that. And tickets are selling fast, actually. So they're almost sold out. So I'm really excited to be a part of that. And it'll be nice to see Christmas in New York. And I get to go to Carnegie Hall and see our friend Randy Edelman. He'll be performing.
Wow.
So
Jesus.
yeah, a lot of great people.
I made a little banner for that earlier to lay everything out there, and there's some of it. The South Beach Music Awards.
Yep.
And then of course
South Bay.
South Bay Music Awards. I cut it off at the top, and of course Ike Iavelli there in New York, and that's going to be awesome. And you're going to be like hosting these things and interviewing guests and all that. That's a lot of work. How do you manage to be so busy? I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. And I know you have fun at your events, but wow.
Yeah, no, well, you can't have memories unless you make them. So I say yes to everything. And I find the busier I am, the less nervous I am, because then I don't have time to be nervous. So I think when I get on that plane to New York, I might start getting a bit nervous. But I'm just really excited to meet a lot of people I've never met before. And make new friends. And your Rolodex can never get too full. So I'm really excited. And you always read about places like this, and I've seen movies, all my life about New York at Christmas time, and I want to see the Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center. So I'm the eternal 5-year-old, so I'm looking forward to everything more. So I'm more excited than nervous right now.
That's a beautiful thing, and to think our paths are going to like kind of cross each other in Vegas. Maybe try and link up somewhere in between New York and Pennsylvania when you're in town, because it would be great to see, or get up to New York to one of these awesome shows. Like I said, Carnegie Hall on December 8th, and Ike's great thing is December 7th, correct? The annual holiday party. And you're going to be all over New York, too. Now you're taking over New York. You took over Canada. You're taking over the West Coast. Now you're coming to take the East Coast. Own it.
No. But I'm so excited.
I'm excited, and you always do try different adventures. I like that thing about, you can't have memories if you don't make them. And you always do say yes and roll the dice and go out to all these great events. And people just love you for it. And I don't want to, Kim Aston in the house says, hi, Sherry.
Oh, I love Kim.
I don't want to kiss your butt. I do a little bit, but you just always do it, and you always make it look so great, and you're always working with a big smile on your face, and your message is always positive. You come on here with a big smile. I do appreciate that. So I got to ask. Now, we may have asked before, but I ask again for people who may be new. How mentally do you prepare for just such an upbeat personality, or is it just you? Does it just flow?
No, I don't know. I'm always just, I'm lucky to be here. So, and I think everybody should be that way. I'm happy when I wake up, and, I just try to surround myself with happy people that are leveling up, trying to do good things and learn everything that I can from people. And, I don't like to, yeah, I like to meet people and learn from people. And I try my best just to try to make people that have met me proud and not, oh, Jesus, what did she do? So, no, I'm just happy. Like I said, I'm lucky because I got elk that may or may not make an appearance. So, animals make my day, and I'm a simpleton. What can I say?
It's a great thing. You've always been amazing here, and so laid back and fun. And again, I always give the props. Jimmy Starr, Ron Russell. They said if we got a great guest for you way back when we were early to this, they said we got somebody great for you, and they were 100% right. All these years, we still stay together, and we will collaborate at times, and sometimes out of the blue, just chat and see how each other's doing. So you're amazing. Like Kinsey King said, you're family. I can't be a fan. You're family now. You're one of us.
Kinsey King, he's the best. His voice, wow.
Wow, right?
Yeah, he does Pro Jam better than Pro Jam.
And he's very good at, I believe in a thing called love. He does absolutely amazing. Yeah, and he'll be performing. If you don't mind, I'll share this real quick. We'd like to run it through tonight. It is the show that we run here at the Key Concert Series. Of course, there it is in the center of the banner. Kinsey King will be on the docket. It's Saturday, November 16th. You can get your tickets right now. KeyConcertSeries.Ticketspice.com to save $5. $15 for 4 great bands. Astro Fells has been on our program before. Malcore, Carotid, and Kinsey King. And Sherry Nelson.
The music library will love you if you add some Kinsey King to it. So,
wow,
he's great. He's amazing, especially when you're driving long distances. So, he's good.
That works, and we appreciate it. We do appreciate that.
Oh, I saw
very,
a picture of you with the band. I forget if they were performing or just observing, and I thought, now that's a table I want to be sitting at.
Right. A lot of the bands will stay and watch the other bands. So, it's kind of cool to see all of them kind of get together, all of them kind of dance and mosh to each other's music. It's one of the great parts about being so close to the music scene. A lot of great people.
Yeah. No, but you got an ear for it, Jeff. Like, if people can catch your ear, they're double levering. So.
Wow. I'm flattered by that. Matter of fact, let's just shut the whole show down for the night. I can't beat that. That's the highlight right there. Actually, let's get to the highlight, Sherry. We love to play music here. Tonight's band is Defiant. They are absolutely awesome. It's a hard punk, pop, rock kind of sound. They've got a new EP out right now called Ignite. They wanted me to push this song first and foremost. It's called I Won't Bite. Sorry, fellas. Not the greatest song name for you, right? But we won't go there. Maybe later on the program, after Jeff gets a couple more beers, and we'll go there. But let's play it right now. It is Defiant. The song is I Won't Bite. It is their big single off the new EP, Ignite. I'm going to play it right now. It's about 2 minutes and 33 seconds. We'll be right back Tuesday night, live on the Yo Show with myself and the awesome Miss Sherry Nelson. We'll be right back.
Lost her
as you may or may not have heard a couple weeks ago, the E button on my computer, I got a little beer in it and it doesn't work. So I had the title as I Won't Bit. Absolutely terrific. Way to go, Jeff. It's actually I Won't Bite is the new single by Defiant. Sherry, you come on. I always give you like these harder rock bands. What do you think about these guys? I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, no, they're good. I'm excited that they're performing with Sebastian Bach. Holy smokes, another Canadian.
I know
Yeah.
That's pretty big stuff. Like I said, this is a band that gets a lot of respect in the area, and they do play with great bands. They play all over. They're so cool. I love them. And again, you reach out to bands in certain area. Like, let's branch out a little bit. And when I messaged Joe about it, took maybe a second, and he's like, "Yep, we're on." So that's. I love great communication like that as well. Yeah. Kind of like me and you did today when I was in scrambling for co-host. I'm like, let's try Sherry. So again, I thank you. I know I gush about a lot when you're on, but you're great, and I appreciate it so much. Rain Sparkles in the house. Hello, Rain. Hey. Another great staple to the local music community. My man, JD Wolf, of course. I know you love it, dude. It's great stuff. It's their new EP out right now, Ignite. We're going to talk to them in a few minutes. They're working on it backstage. In the meanwhile, what else we got? I do want to take a minute, not to bring it downer, but today, of course, Sherry, as you know, good friend of mine, we laid to rest, JT, John Thompson. John, love you, buddy. I just want to say I love you, and I love you to everybody that's out there that came today to kind of reunited with after so many years, and people I've known a long time. And, coming here Tuesdays, Wednesday nights, doing the show, expressing myself, meeting the bands, playing music is become like a sanctuary, if you will, a place that makes me feel great. So no better human being to have with me tonight than Sherry, because like I said, that positive attitude you bring. And I feel good tonight. And I know you said, I'm sorry for the loss. It is tough, but I feel really good being here. I know he watched a lot of my friends say, hey, we check you out, man. We love what you do. So I love that. I love that a lot, and makes me feel good. So thank you, really. This will be more or less a celebration than a bad spot.
A tribute to him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tribute indeed. Like JD said, nothing like music. JD's told me in the past in messages, dude, I like your show because I like finding new bands and your music and makes me feel better, cheers me up at times, keeps me going. So that kind of stuff, man. Don't cry tonight, Jeff. I promise. I can't cry in front of Defiant. Sherry, do not let me. Because you know I get sappy. And it's funny because later on in the show, we're going to play an awesome cover that they do called Boys Don't Cry, a Cure cover. We're going to play that later on. Little spoiler, but I had to say because us men do cry sometimes. No, I'm right. I'll be okay. But thank you, Sherry. I feel good. The guys are chatting with each other backstage like, this guy sucks. Let's just bail out of here now. Wow, this is what we got in for? Okay. Maybe I'll put them in my block, and Sherry, you can have them, and then I'll come back in. Let's do it. How about it? You ready, Sherry? You ready to get these guys out here?
Yeah.
All right. Our guest tonight is a sensational rock band right out of here in the great state of Pennsylvania. Brand new EP is out right now called Ignite. We just got you the big single of it, I Won't Bite. There isn't E at the end, although my E sticks. Let's bring them out right now. Let's bring out Joe and Paul from the band Defiant. Gentlemen, all right. How we doing tonight?
It's kind of dark in here. It is a little dark. How are you guys doing?
It is a little dark, but it's a little mysterious. We also have Big Al.
Yeah, it's a good alert for you guys.
Is this Big Al? Is this guy with you?
Yeah.
Okay, because his setup looks totally different. He's got backdrops, lighting.
Yeah. LSD right there.
There you go. You guys should have did it at Al's house. That looks fantastic. Nah, it don't matter, man. It's a cool little
you guys
mystery.
have a lot of female fans out there. Well done. That's a lot. There's a lot of girls checking in right now.
Sweet.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of girls, I meant to ask you right off the bat. The cover for Ignite, Joe, is that not your girlfriend or fiance?
Yeah, it is my fiance. Yeah.
That's what I thought. She's also into boxing, correct?
Yeah, she does MMA, boxing, jiu-jitsu, all that. Yeah.
Pretty cool. I wanted to mention that. No, she's not there, but I wanted to mention that because Sherry also promotes fighters out in Vegas, and I figured a nice little additional segue there. Very cool. So, guys, thanks for coming on. Of course, we played "I Won't Bite," which is the single that Joe said he really wants to move off this brand new EP, Ignite. Tell us a little something about the single first, because I got an idea what it's about, but I'd like to hear it from your guys' point of view.
That's all wow. I don't even know what it's about, but I'm about to learn for the first time.
I won't bite.
I mean, if we're taking it literally, I guess I know what it's about. I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, I won't bite is like a little micro horror story about a stalker dude who finds a girl out in like a park somewhere
Oh,
and
jeez.
develops like a really like insatiable fascination for her, and it turns a little bit ugly.
A little. Just a
Yeah.
little.
You know.
All fiction, 100% fiction.
100%. I was going to say,
Yeah, definitely
anything.
not. Yeah, not conductive to real life. To the FBI
Right.
agent that's watching us right now, it's not real. I promise.
No blood stains in the beard. We're clean
No.
here. We're all good. It's very cool though. How about Paul? How about your kind of assessment of the song? Or did that pretty much nail it?
That pretty much nails it. I think that Al kind of was in a serial killer mode on this record, to be honest with you. So it's fitting. Plus, it's great for Halloween. It's going to come out at the perfect time. So
Truth. I like that, Sherry.
Who are any of your influences when you were like you wrote this song? Were you influenced by any type of songwriters out there? And to the musicians, any other musicians out there inspire you to want to pursue this professionally?
But for this song in particular, like I've always been like a super fan of like 80s horror. And as far as like music is concerned, Gwar was always like a really big influence to me as far as like hard rock is concerned, and their complete like absurdness and how like over the top they are. And then stuff like Alice Cooper and King Diamond as well, like the whole shock rock genre. So I just kind of, I guess, yeah, like I was in serial killer mode, and I just was in like La La Land with writing some like messed up songs for this EP. So it was just something a little bit different for me. I always like concepts and stuff like that. So I guess this concept was a little bit creepy, a little bit scary, a little bit killery.
I got to say that the riffs and the sound kind of totally match that aggressive outlook that you're looking for in a perfect way, and I mean that in the most perfect of ways because you guys kind of nail it. The name Defiant is a big name in Pennsylvania. A lot of people are, you mentioned the band coming on. A lot of people want to check it out. You mentioned the band. A lot of people have said, I love Joe. I love the guys. Great thing. How's it feel to be such a well-respected and well-developed talent in your local scene? Because we're all about the local scene here and nationwide. You're very well-respected. How's that feel for you guys?
A little weird. I think sometimes we were talking about it the other day. I think some of it's built on longevity. I mean, we've been around since 2018, and we've always been, if there's a big show or at least in the mix for it, it feels like, and pushing the envelope of headlining local shows and getting lots of other local bands on with us. So I think it's a longevity thing for one, and I think the other thing is we don't get mixed up in the drama. We just play rock and roll, and we can get along with anybody, and they can all have the drama to themselves, but we just do what we do. And
God bless you. That was actually that was a topic down the line, so I'm going to wipe that out because there is some drama. And I guess some people treat it more like a competition than a community. It's got to be community first.
Well, anything like you get a little bit cliquey regardless of where you're at. When you're in any sort of scene, you're going to have like little packs of people here and groups of people here. And that's fine and everything as long as, competition is good as long as it's friendly competition. As soon as it starts becoming animosity based and you start trying to like take jabs at people is when it becomes a little bit of a problem. But I mean, if anybody has a problem with us, then I'm glad I live in your head rent free because I'm not paying to be there. Like, I didn't think like if I did anything wrong to anybody, I apologize. But I like to think that we're pretty low key and pretty chilled out guys. So it's kind of nice that when anytime drama pops up, we kind of just stay out of the mix. There's plenty of times when drama comes up that I want to start spouting off some stuff and start yapping, but it's just in my best interest and in the band's best interest to stay out of stuff like that. If I really don't have anything constructive to say or anything that can remedy the situation, it's not worth wasting my breath over.
I agree, and I got to tell you, looking at Joe and looking at Paul, I wouldn't give you guys any shit. I just kind of sit back, like, you guys are right. Defiant's right.
We're definitely not small. I think we're all over 6 foot and definitely over 200. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sherry, you got something
We're
for the
teddy
folks?
bears, though, for real.
I'm sure. That's what I hear, at least.
No, whenever I've co-hosted with Jeff, your sound is familiar, and in the '90s it was grunge coming out of Seattle. Is your sound kind of popular coming out of Philly? Is this the main sound, or are you guys breaking away from something?
I think we're kind of our own thing, man. So these guys have a lot of punk rock influence, and I'm more on the metal end of things. And
who in particular?
It all just fused and created our own thing. So I don't know if it's the hot thing.
Yes, she has one in particular.
Influence in particular for me, I'm hardcore Metallica till the day I
Yeah, nice.
I heard it in your music, yeah.
I'm also big on me is Korn and Marilyn Manson, Pantera, Megadeth. That's like the main stuff I listen to.
Yeah.
And then I get my punk from these guys.
Force it down his throat.
Yeah. Who were some of the favorite punk ones, Joe? Because there's a lot of obscure names that people don't know that you hear and like, wow, that's them. Not meaning you guys, but other punk bands. Who are some of your favorites that kind of got you into that style of music?
I mean, I won't lie, it's a lot of the ones people have heard, but the first Pistols record, Misfits, and then I love Social Distortion and some of that Cali stuff like Face to Face. So anything that's fast, and I mean, Paul knows it can't be fast enough or aggressive enough for me. I don't want to slow things down. So
even on our ballads.
Right. Which brings me to a question I had, and I asked the guys from 6th Century the same question. We saw you guys at the IROC 10th anniversary party up at Love Drafts back in the summer, and you guys played outdoor acoustic. Do you like acoustic? Do you think it really changes the approach of your songs? Because it's got to be toned down a lot from the speed you're used to.
Yes. Acoustic is good. No, acoustic is great. I don't care what anybody says. Acoustic is good, especially for metal bands, because you can't hide behind anything. You really have to let your music show, and it's such a fun task to be able to translate something that shouldn't be soft and like relaxed into something soft and relaxed. Like to translate a metal song into an all acoustic song is just super fun for me to do. And I grew up on like acoustic bluegrass, like roots style music.
Wow.
Like I grew up with the Dead, John Prine, John Denver, stuff like that. So to be able to pick up an acoustic guitar and play is really entertaining to me. The other guys, I mean, it's probably miserable because it's
I mean, I grew up on the Alice in Chains and Nirvana and all that unplugged era, and I find something cool in it. I'm not a fan of making everything a ballad just because it's acoustic. I would rather kept its tempo, but I mean, it's not something we seek out. In fact, any other show but that show, we wouldn't have even done the show, if I'm being honest. We were asked to do the main stage electric. Paul, drummer Paul here, already had a photo shoot where, that was actually paying him money, booked that day. So he couldn't be there. And so any other show we probably cancel, just say we can't do it. But it's Jay Hunter. He's been a huge friend of the band. He asked, will you do at least something acoustic? And at first I was like, is it just going to be me and Al just doing something quiet? But then I was like, no, we're going to do it different than everybody else. We're going to have a drummer. And so a friend of ours filled in on drums, but it's been a friend of the band since the beginning. Actually was in a different band we had, Incarnation, years ago. So we brought him in just to play some drums to keep it a little bit defiant. So,
hi, Jason Miller, if you're watching. Thank you.
Shout out. Or if you're watching
recovering well. Brother man had double hip surgery.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Much love.
That slows down the drum playing. But I got to say, bravo to you guys on that day because it was about a solid 99 degrees out. It was boiling hot. Woo! It was bad. And you guys went out and just killed it. And I'm out there like, I'm sweating and watching you guys. Like, if I'm sweating, can imagine how they feel up there.
It wasn't cool, that's for sure.
Did you write a song after it?
No, I don't think it did.
Oh,
Not yet.
the heat.
Yeah.
Some ideas. Sherry, you got something for the folks?
Where do you guys like to practice when you were talking about being outside and everything? Like I remember watching. They said Leonard Skinner. They used to record and stuff by a river because of the acoustics and things like that. Do you guys have any particular place you guys like to practice or record?
Yeah, same. In a van down by the river.
Yeah, dark, dingy basements.
If there's black
Something
mold growing,
black.
we're probably practicing there.
Yeah,
Seems to be the thing amongst bands. Like the grungier the room, the better.
Yeah,
I want to be like the old black metal scene in like the 90s where it's just like a little gorilla amp with like 3 slashes in it, and you just hold up like a Casio tape recorder and you're like, this is the mix, guys.
Hey, it's good to have dreams, definitely. Paul, is there any like preferred workout spot or practice spot for you?
No, right where we play is fine. I'm cool with the basement. At my personal house, I just have an electronic kit set up so I can play when I'm at home and not drive my neighbors insane. I mean, if I had an opportunity, recording somewhere, like I know some artists, several of them have like recorded like in parts of the Grand Canyon. Like doing something like that would be awesome if it, the opportunity presented itself. But dude, I like playing in the basement, man. It keeps us raw, it keeps us fresh, and it keeps us in our roots of what we do. So
It's kind of climate controlled, so you're not dying of heat exhaustion,
yeah.
That's not bad. Everybody should have such a room. Who's the? I don't want to say anybody's probably the main writer or the main etc. But is anybody's views
Excuse me,
get
my
seen
name is
different?
Big Al, singer, songwriter, CEO, CFO, IPO, bingo, and
That's that's your guy. I feel like I'm looking at a law firm here.
we do a lot of like just bouncing off of each other. Like one of us will have a riff or like a hook, a couple of lines, and we'll just workshop it. It could be something as simple as like 3 bars, and if we all like how it sounds, we'll just keep building on it, building on it, building on it. So it's very rare that a song comes up that is completely done front to back, and it's just the rest of the guys pick it up and learn it exactly as it is. We all put our own spins and own influences on it. And we bounce off of each other for everything. So it really is a group effort for the majority of stuff that we write.
You guys agree?
Oh yeah.
I mean, if it's about murder, it's all out.
That's true, yeah. If it's violent
Nothing to
intent
do
or
with it.
anything against government or anything against a public figure, it is me alone.
Don't come to my house.
Yeah.
Like a lot of our stuff when we're writing, like they turn into jam sessions, really. Like, whether it's Al or Joe brings a riff or whatever. The 2 that we're working on now, like that's really what they both were. Like we just jam on it sometimes till it's like whatever, 15, 20 minutes and see how it just comes together, So, and then we just spout the ideas off. This works here, this doesn't work here, let's try this, take that out of there. So
Did you guys were you guys taking music lessons when you were younger, or were you self-taught?
Self-taught.
Yeah.
So I took snare drum lessons in elementary school, just a snare drum for like 3 or 4 years. And then I did take professional lessons for about 6 months from a gentleman named Aaron Walker. He was big in the Lancaster area at the time. He lives in Texas now.
Wow.
But he did a lot for me in 6 months. So, and that was back when I was a kid. So even today, like anytime I get an opportunity to, talk to him, I'm always thanking him for everything he's taught me. So, great teacher. 6 months taught me a lot of stuff that I've been able to use for the rest of my life. So if you're watching, Aaron, thanks, buddy.
Has he seen you perform live?
Only via video. Like, he hasn't been to a show. We have not been down his way, and he has not been able to come up from Texas. So one of these days we'll make it happen.
I mean, you're that kind of band that can make the move. And speaking of moves and shows and all that, I want to put this banner up real quick because I'm thrilled and I got to find a way to get my ass up there. November 3rd, 2024, the Harrisburg Midtown Arts Center, which is a really cool place over there in Harrisburg. You can get your tickets right now, harrisburgarts.com. You guys are playing with Sebastian Bach and Child Within the Man. This is a pretty damn big show, and this is the kind of stuff that some bands would just freak out about. How you guys feeling about opening for such an icon like Sebastian Bach and playing with big names like this at big shows?
I don't even think it's totally sunk in. I mean, I know we're doing it, but if I actually see Sebastian Bach like in person, I don't know. It's gonna be surreal for sure. Because I mean, not to age myself,
kind of just fall upon these shows. It seems like it's kind of crazy. Like, even pre-COVID, we kind of got like our big break, if you want to call it. Like, we got our foot in the door with like getting into more high caliber shows with like Kicks and LA Guns. So it just seems like now Sebastian Bach's like, now we're cooler than cool. Unfortunately, this means I'm not going to be able to play my Youth Gone Wild cover, but I think actually having the man himself sing stuff like that is going to be way better than anything I could do.
And this is super cool for me because Skid Row was a huge influence on me growing up. So much so, I named my son Sebastian. So,
oh, wow, with that.
Like, he totally has inspired my son's name. So for me personally, this is pretty huge.
I'm a little shocked, Joe, because you kind of came off saying like you're going to get fan geeked. I call it fan geeked. I get fan geeked. You're going to get fan geeked to be running the Sebastian Bach? It's got to be cool as shit.
I mean, yeah, when I get fan geeked, I get quiet and distant is the weird thing. Like, I don't, because I don't want to make an ass of myself. I don't know what to say. So, and you never know. I love Sebastian, but you never know his mood. I don't want to set him off.
That's what I hear.
Don't meet your heroes kind of thing,
Yeah. Might be better to just watch him play.
Right.
Like I said, my Meet Your Heroes moment was at that iRock radio jam up in Lovejoy's, because I'm standing there, and Joe, you actually walked over to me, and I don't know if Jesse Morgan had introduced us or not, or however it went. And you're like, hey, Jeff, I'm Joe Defiant. And here I am, like, geeking. I'm pretty stoked by it. And I got a little quiet. I'm like, hey, yeah, I can't wait to see you play. So I get you. I get excited to see people, and I followed your band, watched your band, seen you guys play. And to meet you and see you guys in person is pretty cool. Do you get that a lot of fans? Like, they almost seem like they can't approach you or don't want to approach you or nervous to approach you, or do people just shoot their shot, so to speak?
I think it's funny because everybody wants to go and see Paul, and he's never there. Like the other Paul, right? Like, everybody wants to talk to the other Paul. And this dude, like, does not move an inch on stage. He just stands in his big power pose, plays his bass lines, and walks off stage, and everyone's like, he's the coolest member there. I'm breaking my back, sweating out of my eyes, yelling into a microphone for 45 minutes, and not a single damn person walks up to me. This fucker who's just sitting there plunking along on bass is the most sought after member. He's never there. But I don't think anybody really has, in all honesty, I don't think anybody ever has a problem coming up to us. Because again, like, off stage and on stage is two totally different things. Like, when I'm on stage, it's gun blazing and, I'm rowdy and I'm rocking out. And then as soon as I get off stage, I'm very, quiet, composed, laid back, chill dude. So I think we have enough of a welcoming energy that people don't feel too, like, weirded out coming and saying hi.
Pretty cool. Paul, Joe, you guys?
I think playing in a band it's a Jekyll and Hyde experience. Like Al said, when you're on stage, you're a different person. And I think we've always prided ourselves on being an approachable band. Like, we're not any different than anybody else in that room. We're all there to enjoy music. We're just providing some of it, and like we're gonna have a drink, or in Paul's case, a smoke and a burger, and hang out with people, and that's what we do. So
Before Paul gives his angle, shout out to the burgers at Love Dress. Fantastic. Paul?
Yeah, I mean, really just the same thing. Nothing really more to add. I think from day one, we've just made it a point to be approachable, to be friendly, to be welcoming. There's no reason not to be, whether it's your first show or your 1,000th show, it doesn't matter. You know, the fans and the people there to support you, like they're the reason why you're able to do this. So you should always, any band should just be welcoming. You're there because of them. So give the love back.
See, Sherry, this is why everybody's thrilled to have these guys on. Go ahead.
Do you guys have any rituals you do before going on stage, like a drink or anything in particular you do just before stage for good luck? Or
We try to stretch.
we do a lot of stretching.
what?
Stretching.
I
Full muscle.
not to get too preachy, but like I pray before every show. I mean, if you're not a religious person, that's totally cool. Like I don't think any less or higher of anybody, regardless of what they believe in. Just believe in something. But yeah, me personally, I pray for a good show, pray for all the guys. Yeah, and that usually, like, if I don't do that, I usually get pretty upset at myself after a show. Yeah.
I always everybody always imagines they probably do a bunch of shots and slam
I
each
do
other
do
in the
that.
back.
That's not like a ritual thing. I just drink. Like it's
That's our nature. And shout out again to the people at Yingling Beer. I'm plugging ridiculously to try and get a little sponsorship.
huge, dude. Oh no, I have the green screen. It's messing up. I got the Yingling flight here.
Oh, nice! Yeah, you can see it now. Nicely done.
Hell
See
yeah.
that Yingling? They're all different flavors and brands right here in PA.
Pennsylvania proud, baby.
God, I am just the worst plug artist. They're Monster, and I can't do energy drink, man. That stuff just kicks my ass.
You guys got
Liquid
Liquid
Death.
Death.
Liquid Death, which is a big one. Monster, and then, of course, Yingling, after my own heart. You guys did an incredible cover, Boys Don't Cry. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Played it a million times. I sent it to my sister-in-law because she's a big fan. When you approach a cover song, first of all, how do you decide what songs you want to try covering? And second of all, how cool is it to give it your own spin? Because that's like a night and day from the original version, but it's awesome.
So
Usually,
I don't usually get involved in covers. I let them decide, and then I say, okay.
All right, this is the song. All right, let's do it.
This one was Paul B, I think, right?
Yeah.
think
Paul
it
B
was,
literally
yeah.
just sent it into the we have a group chat, and he just sent it in the group chat. It says, "Can we play this?" And I'm like, "Sure." All right. And with that, we just went from there, figured it out.
I think when we do covers, there's two, like, Al and I play guitar a certain way, and the Cure didn't play that way, and the Addicts didn't play that way. So, and then Al's voice, like, you're gonna sound like Defiant. I mean, yeah, it's a Cure song, but it becomes a little bit of our own by his voice being on that, and we're always gonna speed it up and heavy it up a little bit, so it turns into a Defiant version.
I like it. It's dead on. For a guy who wants to drive in his car with the windows down and listen to that song, it's a little cooler playing your version than their version. Like, that's right, baby. I'm rocking my ass off instead of like, I kind of like the Cure.
I'm not a fancy T-man, so I don't have fancy T-man voice. I'm a grizzled American.
There you go. I did. Even when they asked him about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, he was so just blasé. I don't want to be a celebrity about it. And I was like, wow, dude. Like,
I think it's
live in
just
the moment.
very fun. And I know it was a big trend in the late 2000s, early 2010s, the pop goes punk thing. And I think it's really cool when you take a song that is just notoriously not metal and just making it really aggressive and metal. I think it just gives a whole new energy to the song. So for Boys Don't Cry, that definitely was a really fun one. Plus, I mean, it's a really good song.
Yeah, it is. And the video kicks ass. We're going to play the video after you guys go because I love it. I've watched it 1,000 times, listened to it 1,000 times. We talked about, absolutely. I love it, man. You guys did, in my opinion, a perfect job of it. We talked about Love Drafts, of course, one of your big spots, the Harrisburg Arts. Are there any other PA spots that you love, or any that you would like to put under your belt that you'd like to play at?
I mean,
Tourist Inn, man. Tourist Inn is always cool. It's like a little like tiny bar, but like we've really cut our teeth there. And Chuck Schlum, who I don't think he's running it anymore, unfortunately. I think he's hung up the hat. But I mean, we put so many shows together there, and it's just such a super cool little tiny place. It's very intimate. I'm a big fan of like small venues that are really like kind of shoulder to shoulder. So that's definitely one I like playing.
Especially with your sound, it's got to be intense. Like it's just
Yes.
got to dominate the whole arena, which is pretty cool. Joe, Paul, any places you guys prefer, or places you may want to try?
I really dig XL Live.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite places to play. I mean, they have a great stage. Like their room is great. The whole setup's great. Sounds great. So it's always fun playing there.
We love Paul. He's good at foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like Lincoln Financial Field.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
a big fan of playing that stadium.
We've played. I can't think of a venue that we haven't played at some point in our career, but everyone has its niche. Like, yeah, XO Live has an amazing stage, an amazing room, and it's a massive room that can be intimidating at times. All the way down to Skid Row Garage is an amazing venue.
Nice.
They're doing a great job of a DIY spot, and the room actually sounds great. It's not as big as other rooms, but the sound's great in there. And I think that's one thing I pride our band is we can sound good and fit in any of them. A small punk DIY venue that brings a good crowd. I mean, they have a reputation of their own. That's what's great about Skid Row is that they have a following of their own, and they'll come check you out. Even if they didn't come specifically for you, they're going to stick around, and they're not snobs about it. They're going to check you out.
That's key.
Yeah, they're definitely like they come because it's Skid Row, not because of whatever band is playing. They have a very good homegrown following, so the guys there have done a really good job with keeping it very intimate and very local.
It's very cool. We do a show, of course, at the Fuse up here in Warminster, PA, key concert series. So it's got a room called a stereo room, or the studio room. It holds about 500 people. We put up a stage. We get like 4 bands. If you guys are ever interested, want to make the trip down, we'd love to have you. Get up on that stage and kick some ass for us. It's something I'll throw out to you after the show. But I feel you, man. I like, decent sized venue, maybe 500 people, 1,000 people. Although I see no reason why Defiant can't be at Wells Fargo or Lincoln Financial Field. I don't see why.
I say if you have a light bulb and a PA, we'll play.
Basically.
Wow.
That's right.
Come to Vegas.
Sherry's got a lot of connections out in Vegas. If you guys ever want to make it,
Let's go to Vegas.
I think he's in Vegas, and he's good friends with a friend of mine, Paul Shortino from Quiet Riot.
Yes. Fine.
Yeah.
So, Jesus, you got him singing some with your songs with you. That was good.
Yeah, for my wife and I's 10-year anniversary, I said we have to renew our vows by an Elvis impersonator. So, I mean, we got it. We got a couple years to go yet, but we'll get down.
Call me.
So it's like, right? Call Sherry and get linked up. You guys can open for Quiet Riot. Well, Quiet Riot should be open for you.
Good rock. Yeah.
No.
We did open for Quiet Riot.
We did.
Last year. Yeah.
We
Really?
did, down in Florida. Yeah.
How are they
Yeah, were doing
now?
the mental health.
How are they now?
They sounded great, and Rudy still got it. I mean, it's what they are. I mean, it's a different band, obviously, but they sounded great. They played the hits, and people loved them.
Yeah, they're spot on.
A lot of those legacy bands, I've said it before, it becomes the logo. It doesn't even matter who's playing the songs half the time. It's a brand. And that's what's missing, I think, in newer bands today. I don't see new brands, quote unquote, being made. I just see carbon copies of each other. But I don't know. It'll be interesting in 30 years from now. Will any of these bands from today still be active, and whatever members are? But from that 70s, 80s, 90s era, like brands were built, and maybe some people don't like it, but it doesn't matter who's on stage half the time. You play the songs and the logos behind them, and they're gonna love you.
I like that, and I got bad news for you all, Joe. You're stuck for life because you're you go by Joe Defiant, and the band's Defiant. You're kind of stuck there. It's kind of like the Van Halens walking away from Van Halen, dude.
Right, yeah. Do you stop listening to Bon Jovi because Richie Sambora is not playing with them anymore? No, you're still gonna
No.
listen to Bon Jovi. Like,
Oh, you stop listening to Bon. Never
oh, there you go.
mind.
Sherry, got anything else for the fellas?
No, I just want to hear their music.
Oh wow, that's pretty big right there. I do want to remind everybody while we got these guys here. Of course, I'll put the banner up here again. It is November 3rd at the Harrisburg Midtown Arts Center in Harrisburg, PA. Excuse me, ooh, got a little choked up. Got so excited. You can still get tickets now for this great one. Sebastian Bach, Child Within a Man, of course, the amazing Defiant. Tickets, harrisburgarts.com. It's going to be well worth it. Awesome venue. And, I already know the openers. Defiant is an incredible band. Of course, Sebastian Bach is going to be amazing, so it's definitely worthwhile in checking them out. Also, the brand new EP. I wanted to ask you that, though, before we go. EPs. Nowadays, a lot of bands are just putting out single, and hoping it sticks. You guys actually went out and put the effort forward for an EP. Why? And not in a bad way. Why? Just why? What made that approach over? Okay, let's just keep putting out singles.
I think the single thing is definitely my era because like my generation grew up on iTunes, right? So we grew up experiencing music as singles because we would only be able to buy one or two songs at a time with our little chump change. Whereas, from Joe and Paul's generation, you went out to record stores and you bought albums and you listened to albums front to back. You were so stoked to flip your record over and hear the B-sides, And so rather
Literally
than
used to stand in line.
like
Yeah,
and
right.
rather than wait in line and rather than just release a single at a time and stick with the trend again, I think we're kind of just doing our own thing by sticking with what worked in the past, which was releasing records. Because I love even I love personally listening to a record front to back because I feel like when you have an album or an EP, even the order of the songs is very intentional. The artist is deciding what order to pick the songs because they want you to listen to those songs in that order. They feel like that's going to best represent them. So I think when you listen to Ignite or you listen to Drown or He's Watching or Wendy or whatever songs that we have going on, I Won't Bite even. I mean, obviously listen to those songs, but if you listen to that whole EP front to back, you're going to get a full scope of what we were feeling when we wrote this album.
Yeah, I'll echo that from the standpoint, and I brought up one of them. Not every song a band writes or we write is meant to be an FM radio single. And I grew up on albums that some of my favorite songs on the album are probably a B-side or something that never was a single or a music video, but that's the one I go to. And I think if you just base every decision and release based on what's going to be a single and be the most massive popular on or fit a radio format, you're going to miss out on a gem of a song. And I compare Drown on our current EP, which we all love and adore, but the label just has certain issues where it's not going to fit on FM radio, especially for a band that isn't a legacy band. To like Alter Bridge, a band I grew up loving, and their song Blackbird. It was never a single. It's too long. It's not radio friendly, but it's the best song they ever wrote. And it doesn't mean it's not a great song and shouldn't have been released on an EP, on an album, just because it wasn't going to be an FM radio song. So I just think that bands focus so much sometimes on what's going to be a hit. They miss some of their material that may be beloved, even though it's not a top 20 hit. So that's my opinion on EPs versus singles.
I like it. Paul?
Kind of the same feel. I told you earlier I'm a huge Metallica fan, of course, and I love all their songs. But, Joe's right. A lot of my favorite songs from Metallica are not any of the ones that you've ever heard on the radio. So
sure.
With this EP, I think we kind of tried to mix in the new age thing. So, this thing it's been out a little over a year now, right?
Well, that's the thing. The EP's only been out since March, but we released two singles before the album ever came out.
Right. So
okay.
we kind of took this and we kind of released it slowly, like you would just singles, but we had the whole thing prepped and ready to roll. you know, so that you have the option to get the whole thing, you know, but releasing it slowly to the public, essentially, if that makes sense.
It does. The public is always starved for what's next. But I think an EP is cool because, like you said, you'll find for yourself what's next. You'll find a hidden gem song. And you mentioned Quiet Riot. I'll go back to that story when they were told to do "Come On, Feel the Noise." They supposedly kind of joked their way through it, tried to make it suck, and it stuck and became one of their biggest hits. So,
Right.
yeah, you never know. You just never know.
Speaking of cover songs.
Yeah, exactly. Why not, right? There was a cover song they probably weren't even interested in. I'm going to let everybody out there know, find Defiant right now. You go to Facebook, the page is Defiant. Instagram is Defiant17055. www.defiantpa.com. Their music is on Apple, I know because it's all over my phone. All over my phone. Spotify. Absolutely, I'm loaded up for you guys. The new EP, Ignite, is out right now, so make sure you check it out. YouTube. Defiant to find some of the great videos like the one we're going to play next for Boys Don't Cry. Love it, guys, by the way. And I thank you so much for coming on. We definitely would love to have you back in the near future, and I got to get out there and see you guys. Big fan. Love you guys a lot, and you're just as cool as everybody says you are. You're just as fun to talk to, and you absolutely kick ass on stage. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So
Thank
much,
you,
man.
Jeff.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Sherry, any goodbyes for the fellas?
Play the music.
She wants that music, huh?
Sherry just
I
wants
love-
the music.
Right?
Man.
I'm not trying to. No,
We got
no, thanks.
mixes for
Glad I
radio,
missed
right?
Yeah.
That's a great thing. Paul, Joe, Al, have a great night, guys. We'll talk real soon. We'll see you
Thank
real
you.
soon. The guys from Defiant, ladies and gentlemen, and Sherry. You know, I say fan geek, and I do get fan geeked by these guys going out to see.
But
Right.
you to interview them, it lets their fans get an intimate, personal relationship with them. So that, yeah, we're lucky.
Very true. And of course, everybody out there, if you didn't hear, approach Defiant. Not just the guy that doesn't move. Approach all the guys because they want to meet you. They want to meet you too. Poor Al. I do want to do this. I want to do the cover Boys Don't Cry. I've been talking about it all night. And it's an awesome cover. The video is super cool. And Sherry, I think you're going to love it. It is about 3 minutes and 20 seconds long. And the magic of StreamYard said, as long as an artist downloads it to YouTube, we have the rights to use it. Thank you. So let's take us out of the screen. And let's hear a little more from Defiant. This is their cover of Boys Don't Cry. Dare I say, better than the original. Yes.
I would say I'm sorry if I thought that it would change your mind, but I know that this
100% fun, 100% cool, and rocks. Defiant. Boys Don't Cry. Sherry Nelson, what do you think?
They're good. I like them. I hope to see them in person. They're really nice guys. They're really deep thoughted. Like there's a lot, they're more than just, yeah, there's a lot of layers there and it's good. They'll be
There
around.
is. Yeah, I like that. I like that outlook. A lot of layers. There's a lot of in-depth thought. And the thing I notice more and more about the musicians that come on this show is that layers, work, thought process, not just, okay, I think this sounds good. Let's just put it down and get it out there. And like I said, the guys waited. They did an EP style thing, which is awesome. Singles, EPs, whatever it takes, we're here for it on the Yo Show. And I love when you come on, Sherry, and get involved. And you said, anything you want me to research? I'm like, yeah, here's the band. Just listen. And you've been begging for the music all night long.
Yeah, no, I heard some of their music and it was good. I enjoy it.
That's great stuff. We just love having them. So thank you to Defiant. Once again, Instagram Defiant17055, www.defiantpa.com. Music can be found on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, of course. The new EP Ignite is out right now. We thank the guys for that. While we have Sherry here, something we talk about from time to time, and I want to get your take on it because right now, a couple teams really doing fantastic. Hockey season, of course, has started. And I know you tend to follow a little bit of hockey up there in Canada. Right now, those Calgary Flames, undefeated. Couple Canadian teams. Winnipeg is also undefeated. So what's the buzz right now in Canada as hockey season gets underway?
No, everyone's excited. It's back. But yeah, I'm not the best hockey fan tonight, Jeff, because I've been right in with my dad watching the Dodgers, and now we're into the World Series. So he's a big Dodger fan, and they're playing the Yankees. So I've been enthralled with that. So I'm a bad Canadian right now. I've been watching the hockey. He's watching all the hockey, but yeah, he's excited. He's always a diehard Canuck fan. The Flames are definitely the one, and to watch. Edmonton's not too bad too.
I love Edmonton. I hate to say it from the history with the Flyers, but I like the young talent they have. Canadian hockey, as we talk, is making a great comeback. Winnipeg is good. Calgary is good. Edmonton is good. Toronto, of course, God bless their souls, they're good and just can't get over the hump. But hockey definitely strong.
Because your team, they were out early last year. How are they doing this year?
They stink. Which is amazing because we got this young kid, Mitchkov, who's supposed to be one of the next big superstars. And this team they're not getting it done. Not getting a Minnesota Wild fan, of course, in the house. Now,
is it the coach? Is it the management? Is it not a uniformity of the team?
I think it's a little bit of goaltending and defense, to tell you the truth. But then again, we haven't been scoring a lot either. So right now, I think it's everything. Usually I got a finger on it. Tonight, I have nothing on it. It's just a mess right now. But I won't go with that. I'll say go Dodgers because I'm tremendously anti-Yankees. We've talked about it before. The Yankees, the Dallas Cowboys, the Pittsburgh Penguins are like my no-nos, and the Boston Celtics. They're like my professional sports no-nos, nevers. They're the never teams, a team I will never root for ever.
Wow. Well, no, I think it's going to be, it starts Friday. And with the Dodgers, Ohtani, he's got that $700 million contract versus, Aaron Judge from the Yankees. And you got two powerhouses and it's very exciting. When I was finished school, I was all excited. I went to New York and paid off my student loans. So I went and I bought my dad some New York Yankees signed baseballs at, Mickey Mantle's restaurant. So I come back and my dad, he goes, and I was a little upset. And I'm like, what? So my aunt, his sister goes, your great grandfather is rolling in his grave. And I go, why? And she said, your dad and your great grandpa used to feed the horses for horse logging. And they listened to the Brooklyn Dodgers on the radio. And here I'm having given him the Yankee baseball. So anyways, I've converted to the Dodgers right now.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, you did the right thing. It was a nice gesture, but of course, I will pull for, and trust me, it's heartbreaking here because the Phillies were so good and got knocked out early, but I can't root for, I'm sorry. I have New York fans, New York friends. I just can't pull for the Mets or the Yankees. So go Dodgers.
Yeah. No, once that's done, then I'm all hockey. So
Okay, and I'll take you up on that. So like sometimes
okay.
those random emails of like how my team's doing, and like I said, right now I'm very happy to see Canadian hockey doing very well. And again, the New York Rangers are undefeated. So please, somebody likes the guy, come down and kick them in the ass. Can't stand that anymore. Tired of it. I notice I don't know about you, but my desk is always a disaster, and I write down a lot of stuff. And I realized tonight I got a new word, a new little buzzword for people. And I didn't even put this in the notes, Sherry, so this is new to you too. But I found it tonight, and I want you people to write it down because in the future episode, we're going to have a quiz. Anybody gets it right wins a prize. I'm a pen snob. I have 12. I counted 12 different varieties of pens. And I can't decide what kind of ink I like, what kind of ball I like. So I've got all these pens. Are you like that? To me, it's like a weird thing. And everybody at work's like, what is it with you and pens? Kind of a pen snob. Does that make sense to you at all?
No.
Very nice. And the way I got all that, like I'm looking at them like, look at all these pens. And I don't like the way any of them write. I'm definitely pen snobbish. Yeesh. That's why I like typing more. There we go. There's a good one. I found a good one. We'll get off pen snobbing. Sherry Nelson's not a fan of pen snobbing.
As long as it's smooth, that's okay.
All right, I'm with that. There you go. You gave me something. Made me feel good. You need one of those color changer pens. Yeah, there you go. The little clickies.
Yeah.
They're the clickies. Yeah, there were 3 different colors. Although nobody ever used red, and red would always run out first. I'm going to talk about another topic. I found this article, and some people I think dig this stuff, and who knows? Maybe for some, may not be for others. It's called sleep divorce. Sherry Nelson. And what it is couples, like some couples have separate beds. My grandparents did it. I never really understood why. But now they're talking couples going the distance and having separate bedrooms so they can rest better and maybe mentally miss their partner a little bit. So in the morning, it's actually like this great thing of, oh, hey, look who's here when you come out of your little. And some people said like the privacy is good. Do you feel any of this? To me, it's a little weird. I don't think my wife would ever go for it. Like she clings to me in her sleep. I don't think this would ever work.
Aw, you're lucky. No, I think if the sleep divorce is emotional, then no. You know, like all of a sudden, is he working out? And all of a sudden he goes, I'm going to sleep in a different room. Well, no. But no, I think if I'm going to let you sleep with me, sleep with me. You know, so, but no, I don't think that would connect you. I think that would distance you. If you slept in different rooms and came together in the morning, you might as well be buddies. So to me, I think it does the opposite, I would think.
I kind of get that. That's actually that's a great outlook because in thinking about it, I'm selfishly thinking of how nice it is to sleep spread out in the bed, although the dogs like to hop on too. But yeah, there could be a missing link. And like my wife says, some nights she's like, just can't wait to come home and just lay down in bed. And we just hang out and we talk sometimes. And we watch TV together and laugh. And she never likes Seinfeld until we'll start coming on 11 o'clock at night. Then she watches it and I tell her all about it. So it's fun. Yeah, the bed, you can't get a big enough bed for enough room. I'll never sleep well anyway. It doesn't matter. I guess the sleep divorce thing gets a thumbs down for me.
Me too. Me too. Yeah.
So my grandparents had separate bedrooms for one. My grandfather and the snoring thing. I get that. That's tough. Jason Rushman in the house says hello to Sherry, and Jason, as I said before, was also a giant fan of the Happy Hour podcast, which I know you were on before with Ray Chase, and Ray came on last night just for in the comment section to say hello. And Jason, we found him through my appearances there, and. So Ray's great. I miss Ray. I know he gave up the podcasting. He does production now, and we miss him. Big shout out to him. And he had said the same thing. He said, well, we had Sherry on before. He said, I think we were a little different than what she expected, but she was still fantastic. And everybody always talks so well about you. It's marvelous.
No, their concept was great. I remember when I went on their show, Happy Hour, I brought all the Canadian alcohol on. I didn't even know Wayne Gretzky had his own alcohol. I'm like, oh, well, here you go.
You
But
learn.
all the
yeah.
Americans, they recognize Moosehead beer, and I'd never heard of it before. So
It's what's the one on that Molson
most
Canadian?
Canadian. Yep.
Is that big up there, or is that just kind of a sales pitch down here?
No, it's pretty popular up here. Budweiser's pretty popular up here. I
Really?
think I'm not a big beer drinker. But we got local beer, for Fernie Brew House. We got Kokanee beer, but a lot of good Canadian beers up here. But what is your beer there? You like it?
Yingling.
Yingling.
So Yingling,
Okay.
Yuengling, is one. It's actually labeled as America's oldest brewery since 1829.
Oh,
It's
wow.
here. It's here in Pennsylvania. Probably about. It's in Pottsville. Probably about an hour, 2 hours away, and they make like the good old fashioned lager. It's aged properly, like a lager should be. It's seasoned properly, and it's around here when you go to weddings and stuff. It's either Miller Lite, Coors Light, Bud Light, or Yingling. And I'm always like, kind of a beer snob, like a Penn snob, beer snob. So I'm like, all right, Yingling seems to be the best of those. And it's been for years now, and I've just grown to it. I love it. I love them to sponsor the Yo Show. I love showing off their cans.
Yeah. No, you're lucky you live where you do. That city has so much history. It's amazing. I can't wait to visit there.
So I want to have you visit here and show you the great parts. And like my wife said, if she comes, we're just going to go wild and showing her everything, like a good old fashioned cheesesteak and some of the beers and some of the city like we do around here. And everything has something. Like you show me a ton of places for Vegas, and I save them all in my phone. Like you show me a lot of great places to go, and I definitely want to try them. And like I said, in return, come out to us sometime. New York's got plenty, so you'll definitely have a lot to do in New York. Yingling Chesterfield Ale, also a good one. Their Oktoberfest is good. All their stuff is good. I'm such a fan.
Yeah, my dad, he's taking me as his +1 tomorrow to Oktoberfest, and he's so cute because he goes, "We're having hot dogs. They better be Smokies."
Oh man, that's up my alley. You're not a beer girl. Are you a hot dog girl? I love a good hot dog. I gotta say.
Oh yeah, no, but every time I see you, it's like Pavlov's dog. I can't wait to try a Philly beefsteak. I've never had one, and I want to try one.
We're probably gonna do maybe like a variety of them because everybody likes a different kind of cheese. Everybody likes a different kind of meat. So maybe we'll platter it from a bunch of different places and bring it. But then again, they can't get cold. I gotta get them hot too. So
yeah, no, I can't wait. You just say when the best time to come to the city, and I will.
Awesome. 24/7, 365. Oktoberfest is awesome. I'm a fan of it wherever I find it. Halloween is around the corner. We talked about this.
Oh, I sent you.
Oh, you sent me? Okay, so we're going to do some screenshots. If you want to vote for which you think is a yay or nay for us to wear this Halloween, let me know. I'm basically going to hold my phone. Jesus.
Did you pick some for you?
I picked some for me. I only got 2 of yours. And
okay, I'll send you my third.
All right, so I'm going to save that one for last because I know what the audience is going to...
So the audience can decide. I know what
the audience is going to decide. So we'll start with mine because mine are boring, more or less. So I went to go with someone with beards, and the first one is Bob from Jay and Silent Bob, Kevin Smith thing there. The green jacket, nothing fancy. Sherry's first one, Jesus. There's no way I win. Sherry's first one is the inflatable dinosaur, which is always a crowd. It's always a crowd pleaser, though. I got to tell you,
they know that's my weakness. I love them.
My nephews have inflatable sharks this year, which I think are awesome.
Really?
Yeah, they call me the shark. So maybe I should get myself an inflatable shark. We'll talk about Halloween in a few minutes. Now, the second one is, now I'd probably do it with makeup instead of the mask, but Rob Zombie. Of course, everybody knows Rob Zombie.
Oh, good one.
You're not bad. I could kind of
He'd
color
be
my
good
face.
with Defiant.
Oh, God, yeah, right?
Yeah.
What a mix. Sherry Nelson putting the concert scene together. Let me see what this one. No, that's not it. That's something my brother sent me, which we really shouldn't put on the air. Uh, now, next one. This is very nice, Sherry. The traditional flapper girl,
Hmm.
which I like very much. I blew it up by accident. And we want the inflatable dinosaur. So we got to vote for inflatable dinosaur. Really?
Yes.
Wait till we get to the end. You'll definitely change your opinion. My third one, and I don't have a costume, but I'm sure they're easy to find. Merlin the Magician.
Oh, that's not bad either. Jeez.
I did it years ago, but I don't. I mean, now it's just there'd be no fake beard. It'd be an actual natural beard. Not bad. Something like that with a
I
hat
like
and a
it.
magic. Thank you. Hat and a magic wand. Now I'm about to break the contest wide open, break the internet for all we know, because Sherry's third pick, and of course, if she ever wears this costume, she needs to bring it on to the O show. Sorry, Sherry. This lovely devil costume. I know my vote.
The dinosaur.
And yeah, absolutely. The dinosaur. Why did it get so dark all of a sudden? Like all my lights just kind of dark in the air. Oh, you know, 'cause I had the phone up to it. I'm Sherry. I'm gonna vote. God, I gotta say the devil costume. I guess if I had to pick one for you,
The what?
the devil costume.
The devil? Oh,
Yeah.
really?
No, well,
I'm still a dinosaur. I like the dinosaur.
like,
If anyone sees my X account, Twitter account, they showed this thing where these grandkids were excited to see their grandma coming off the plane. So they dressed up as dinosaurs in those costumes, right? Little
oh,
mini
that's great.
version. So these little kids were dressed up as miniature dinosaurs. So grandma finds out about it. She gets that costume that I've picked. She gets off the plane wearing that costume, and these little kids went crazy. And it's just the cutest thing how these three dinosaurs are hugging each other. It's great.
The inflatable dinosaur seems to be quite a hit. All of
Love-
inflatable costumes, though. Would you be comfortable in a party in that thing there? It seems
Yes.
bulky.
Yes. I probably wouldn't tell anyone it was me, because then if I said anything dumb, we couldn't blame me.
So now I know if I ever have a big Halloween bash and somebody tells me I got a surprise coming, I'm gonna look for the inflatable dinosaur. Would you be comfortable in that devil costume though? It's kind of
No.
revealing. They said, do you get into those kind of costumes? Some people love them. Some are, you know.
Well, the thing is in Canada, I was never a big Halloween person because our big snowfall was usually Halloween. And so you'd cover up your costume in your winter coat and your boots, and you couldn't show your costume. So, if I lived in a warmer climate, I'm sure it was like that where you live.
Yeah, it gets pretty cold. There was years that as a kid, you were like, oh, I want to wear this certain like open shoe for the character, and your mom's like, put your boots on. You're like, boots, like like gladiators didn't wear boots or stuff like that. Just saying, like Batman and Robin. Like Robin didn't wear big snow boots, but I had to wear them one year because it was too cold out.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I might. Never know.
Oh, the Amazon has the inflatable shark in adult size because I'm telling you, I got to wear that on the show. I have to. I absolutely have to. I want to talk about Halloween, if I may, real quick, because we have two super shows coming up for Halloween, and some of my favorite people were kind enough to make their way on. Of course, the Halloween Spooktacular doubleheader is next Tuesday, the 29th, with Lydia Manson and Sushi. Love them both. Lydia is a dear friend of the show as well. That's her, and that's Sushi. They will be on the program on the 29th. And on the 30th, she is known as Mischief the Clown. Another awesome actress, Kelsey Livingood, will be here on the 30th. Maybe bringing that. I put Mayhem. It's Mischief the Clown. She's going to clobber me, I swear to God. And it's cool because she's Mischief the Clown coming on the show Mischief Night, October 30th. So two great Halloween shows next week. I got to find costumes, Sherry. I need costumes. What do you think? Do any of the three I showed you work for you?
I like the last one, but what's Cassie going to be?
I don't know. She also doesn't. We never couple costume. We did years back.
Yeah. Bonnie.
Everybody said that. Bonnie and Clyde is good. Yeah, everybody
What do you
says
need
couple
options
costumes.
to select a couple costume?
I like that. Not a bad idea. We'll find. Maybe we'll be inflatable sharks together.
Yeah.
We usually don't do that. Though. We did it one year with Zach and Kelly from Saved by the Bell, and I had to shave all this off, and I was so unhappy. It's back when I just had to go to that.
How long is it? Have you been growing that?
Wow. Since COVID. When was COVID 2020?
Wow.
Yeah, 4 years. Because I always growing stubble, and I never I don't want to wait, so I'd always shave it. Then I'm like, oh, I got nowhere to go, so let's grow it. And voila. Chris from the Circus Arts. That's a great costume. I think Cassie would like that, bar Cassie's base. That's great stuff. I wanted to ask this. Now, as you know, we don't really do politics on the show. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about our side, our choice, none of that, because everybody's free to have their own decision. God bless you. But I want to know, Sherry, like your Canadian background, how do people in another country look at American politics? Like you spent time in Vegas and then go back to Canada. You have to see, and you got to see on social media the way some people act towards one another when it comes to political stance. Does it look insane in another part of the country, another part of the world, rather, or does it just seem normal, like everybody's thing?
Well, first, I think everybody looks at Americans as you're so patriotic, and it's envious. We envy that, and the reason why I think everybody is involved is because, like they say, the country with the greatest consumption level has the power. So some say it's China, some say it's America, and the rest of us, we want to sell you our goods. So we want a healthy America. So as a Canadian looking in, and I hate it when people tell people how to vote, especially people that don't pay taxes in your country. So I'll never do that. So I just think that I really want a healthy American living next door to me. Like, we love having America next door to us because you're the best neighbor anyone could have. But we all root for a healthy America, and whoever is going to, make sure, you guys are not struggling to pay your debts or things like that. It's funny, in Canada, the National Post is a big national newspaper, and they said that Donald Trump is more popular in Canada than Justin Trudeau. So, but no, when you guys sneeze, we catch a cold. So we're all rooting for a healthy America and a happy America. But I think we all seem invested because, our returns are reflective of a strong America. So,
Wow.
yeah.
So I'm impressed by that answer because to me, even being in America, I look at it sometimes. I'm like, oh my god! Like you see, like celebrity people fighting with their fans over it, and I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me.
Your band, Defiant, they just said the level of respect that they have for their fans because, they're earning a fan base, and without them, what do you have? So why would you do that? I just, yeah. So
I agree. I understand, like I said, standing up. Yeah, like I said, having the right to make a decision, great. There was a time growing up in the 80s, 90s, nobody really asked. Nobody really cared. Nobody like painted it on their wall that, hey, this is who I'm voting for. And nobody cared to ask. It didn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know how that happened. I don't know what it was, but I have issues when people tell me how to think. And you know what I mean? I don't care for that. I like freedom. So people are very smart. They know what they like. And it's amazing, everybody like you said, there's Las Vegas, there's Philly. We all have different perceptions. Like music, for example, grunge was out of Seattle. We all feel different. So you can't impose one thought on one nation, I don't think.
Very smart. And when I reflect again, like I said, I remember like today, a funeral, you're watching people send off a loved one, and everybody is just in the same spot. Like, hey, let's keep in touch. Let's talk more. Let's all get together. Man, it's been a long time. You're all saying the same things, feeling the same way. I don't think a political choice would have gotten in the way of any of that. And it shouldn't. There should be a great bond. If Sherry Nelson told me tomorrow that she likes candidate B and I like candidate A, I'm going to invite her next week as well because I love her. I'm just a big fan. And stuff like that doesn't it affects people way too much. I'm never watching his movie again, or I'm never going to this show again, etc. You just don't have enough. There's not enough time in life to live with that outlook.
Yeah, yeah. I think, no, exactly. You just got to do what's good for you.
I agree. I'm good with that, and I really appreciate that answer. And it's awesome. Like I said, you got to be open, and we're open people. Like I said, you love meeting people and getting to know people. I'm the same way, and there's millions of things to know without really needing to know that. Like I like to know, Sherry Nelson, your favorite color, what you like to eat, what you like to do on your time off, what's your favorite vacation, like all that. I like knowing that kind of stuff because that's the real you. What some silly view on a silly thing isn't going to change that.
Hope not.
No, never. You're with us for life, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Always a lot of great feedback when Sherry comes on. What I want to do is one more song from our fellows from Defiant, if you're up for that.
Yeah.
And this one's pretty cool. This one's got a great punk sound of it. Viva la Revolution. It's one of their earlier ones. Also comes with a video, which I love. And it's about 3 minutes and 32 seconds. We're going to play one more from Defiant. Come back and do a little more talk with Sherry Nelson and show you who's coming up in the near future and all that great stuff. You're watching The Yo Show live Wednesday night. We'll be right back.
Whoa, sandworms. You hate them, right? I hate them myself. Say it once. Say it twice. Third time's the charm. Oh!
Into the dungeon with an evil man. The people is raised and never free again. Come out of the closet, come out of the hole, come out of the woodwork and picture the fold. Rebels and fighters, a license to kill. Running the streets out, down from the hills. Open your windows and open your doors. Open your mind to a freedom of thought. Viva la revolution. Viva la revolution. Viva la revolution. Viva la revolution.
Raise the voices, raise the flag, raise the symbols of the life we had. Long live the future, long live the king, long live our hopes, long live the dream. Dance in the streets of the carnival, celebrate victory now. Drink the wine from the rich man's cask. This revolution will be the last.
Viva la revolution. 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 Rebels and fighters, a license to kill. Running the streets out, down from the hills. Open your windows and open your doors. Open your mind to a freedom of thought.
Dance in the streets of the carnival, celebrate victory now. Drink the wine from the rich man's cask. This revolution won't be the last.
Viva la revolution. Viva la revolution. Viva la revolution. Viva la revolution.
right, that's Defiant. Viva la Revolution. Let me unmute Sherry. You had a little, it's like a little accident back there during the song. We all right?
Oh, you saw that?
No, I heard it, and then I kind of saw it a little bit through the.
No, I just caught up and my light fell.
Oh, okay. As long as everybody is okay. Um, like I said, in lining up for the show and getting you here, of course, a lot of people give you shout outs. Eileen Shapiro, of course, yay, Sherry. And Jimmy Starr, congratulations. Yeah, congratulations every time I get Sherry here. And Ron Russell said, so much to say. Can't wait to see you. And Dis the Dirt about you getting here. XOXOXOXO to our sweet Sherry. A lot of love there. And yeah, so.
I get to see them in Las Vegas too. So actually, I think they'll be there when you're there too.
Oh, wow. I'd love that. I seen them once many years ago. We talked about this in Glenside, PA. And I think they said they resided briefly in Doylestown. And I saw them and Jimmy, Ron, and Eileen, and Aaron Paul at an Adamant show in Glenside, PA. Super cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see them. They're my family, so yeah.
Yeah, they also have. You always tell me I have a great ear, and I appreciate that. They have a great eye. They really have a great eye for talent, and not just talent like a superstar actor or speaker or etc., but superstar personality. They've always sent me winners. I've always been blessed to work with their people, and especially you, Sherry. You've been a mainstay, like I said, for several years. It's great.
Yeah, no, I'm lucky. I'm lucky to know you. So
Oh, and I blush. You can see I'm like pink in the cheeks here. It definitely has happened. But I want to talk about that again, and I got a flyer here, and banner rather. You can see the great Sherry Nelson. If you're in Los Angeles, December 1st at the South Bay Music Awards at the Roxy Theater. Very exciting. December 7th, you're coming all the way out to New York. 50 Shades of Gay, a Christmas cabaret with Ike Iavelli, who is an awesome comedian and an awesome dude. That's at 625 West 51st Street in New York. And then December 8th, Carnegie Hall, Randy Edelman performing. December 13th, your good friend, Soho Johnny, and the annual holiday party, also in New York. So tell us what you're going to be doing at these events. I know you mentioned interviewing people and hosting and all that great stuff. So what kind of stuff they got lined up for you?
well, Los Angeles, I get to interview a lot of great people, as you know, like Scott McNabb and a lot of those musicians that I've always enjoyed, and I've never done cabaret before, so I'm going to be mixing and mingling throughout the show, and I might sing, and so I'm really excited. It's at the Copa, where Frank Sinatra performed, and I'm really, really humbled, excited to be there, and then to see and meet finally Randy Edelman, and of course Johnny. He's great. So I was really excited. He's such a great man. It was my girlfriend's birthday last weekend, and she can shoot me. She's very fond of Johnny. And so I said, it's her birthday. And I said, are you free for a phone call? So he phones and he's driving his car and he goes, happy birthday. And it made her night. And he's one in a billion. He's a great man. So I'm excited to see him and everyone. So yeah.
So it's an annual holiday party, and on the banner it had kind of a write-up, but it's too small to really read out. So or that might be the other.
It's Johnny's Tribeca Records. So
Okay.
he's got oh gosh, I can't think of her name now, but he's got quite a few artists on the album. So on his roster. So a lot of entertainers will be at the event as well. So yeah, it'll be nice to see people, meet people.
Yeah, that's my kind of party there.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff I'd love to do around here. But you said you may sing. Are you a singer?
Trying. So yeah, no, when I'm in Vegas, I've been doing my singing lessons. So yeah.
That's very cool. What are some of your spots in Vegas? Where do you love to go? What do you love so much about the city? I know there's a ton. Like I see you sent me a ton, but
Oh, everything. Just the energy. You'll know when you get there. And like everybody knows, even if it's for 4 days, it's the perfect escape. Everybody, even my friends there, they're just doing something, trying
Yeah.
something new. And whether it's, hiking or, performing or dancing or, bodybuilding. Everybody's doing something. And it's amazing. And I didn't know a lot about boxing or UFC. And then, I meet Gil Martinez and mob boxing, and he's changed my life, with meeting Yadira. And so you're driving down the 215, and there's the UFC headquarters. There's Randy Couture's Extreme Couture, and boom, boom, they're everywhere, And when before I decided to live there, I was headed to LA, and I remember driving past the landscape of Las Vegas, and there's the Luxor, the Statue of Liberty, the Paris, and I thought, I don't know if I want to leave that. And I'm glad that I
Right.
turned around and went back, because there's something different all the time. But you'll know when you get there. The food, the entertainment is bar none. Like Motley Crue just signed to a residency now.
Yes.
And my girlfriend, her husband, he's doing security for Maroon 5. So there's just always something going on. It's amazing. Formula One's getting ready again. And, the Oakland A's will be now the Los Angeles A's. I don't know what they're going to call them. But, and of course, this Canadian, she's become a Las Vegas Knights fan.
Yeah,
So-
right. I was going to ask that.
Great, my country. But anyways, no, if you haven't been, go. Whether I think you'll see Las Vegas differently with a couple versus your girlfriends or just the guys. It's a different place, the mood you're in, it changes. It's amazing.
It'll definitely be a different trip between me and my wife and me and the guys.
Yeah, yeah.
No doubt
It'll be.
No doubt about that. But is there a preferred? You had great things to say about Las Vegas. Is there a preferred mecca for you when it comes to meeting people, entertaining, etc.? You mentioned New York, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Canada. Is there a preferred area where you think the action just not so much action, but you just seem the connections come quicker?
Oh gosh, I think. Well, in my life, everything good in this world has been rooted in Eileen Shapiro and Jimmy Starr. And when I first arrived in Las Vegas, I didn't know anybody. And Eileen, she goes, "Are you going out?" I said, "No." She goes, "You gotta get out." And then she goes, "Bob and Betty Ann Golden, they're going to be going, and they want to take you out to an event." And I said, "Oh, I'm okay." But then I went out with them. They know the whole city.
Wow.
So if Eileen and Jimmy you're lucky to meet them. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. They'll hook you up with where you need to be. And so, they just started introducing me to this person and then this person, and go, 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 go. And they're just amazing people. And so, yeah, every night there's a different show to go to, the best food. But it's just, there's no competition. It's just enjoying the entertainment. It's wonderful.
That's pretty awesome. And we do love them. And as I mentioned before, when we had a local studio we were going to, Jewel and I, back when Jewel was with me, we were going to a studio and doing the show. And all of a sudden COVID hit and they said, "Well, sorry, no more studio, no more nothing." And immediately I reached out to Jimmy. I'm like, "Jimmy, I watch your show. I see how you do this window virtually where you're there and then the guest is there. And how do you do it?" And without anything, it's just how great a guy he is, without anything, without any question or any, why you want to know, etc., gave me the space, gave me the platform, a brief introduction on how to use it, bingo. A lot of people don't do that. So it goes to show you a one-of-a-kind, genuine
Yeah.
person, him and Ron are. They've been on the show as guests on our 200th. So, yeah, they're terrific. It's great people to link to. That's the kind of people we need, more of them.
Yeah. And Ron Russell, he's your, old Hollywood that just resonates with every decade. Like, he's so contemporary now, constantly working in film. And, he says the nicest things to me that just, makes me melt. And I remember when I met him, he looked like, I can't remember his name. He just looked like that old 50s movie star. And I was so amazed by him, just watching him from afar. And he's just Cary Grant. That's who he reminded me of.
Okay.
And he's just a class act, and he's funny, but he's got no filter, so it's real funny. So anyway, and Jimmy, they're both the hardest workers. So, and they root for you, and I'm lucky to know them.
Agreed. And when they were on the 200, talk about Ron being funny, and they come on, I get him on screen, and we speak to Jimmy for a minute, and then Ron gets a look at Jewel, and he says, "Hold on a second, so let me look at you. Well, you're beautiful. Let me ask you a question. How'd you get stuck with this schmuck or whatever he called me, schmo or something like that?" And literally, I'm crying laughing. And Jimmy's like, "Oh, that's not right." He goes, "Well, look at her and look at him. How the hell did you end up with him?" Stuff like that is.
He's
I love
so
that.
yeah, he's a great man, but geez, he's got insight. So you always, if he gives you advice, take it.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I always have from them, and they get great guests. Their show is fun, and their
Yeah.
relationship is fun. They're kind of like a model couple and group and working type people that I model after. I really do. I admire them a great deal.
Well, they're pioneers in podcasting,
Yes,
like you are with the music end of it, where you're finding artists, you're bringing them on, and you're creating relationships with their fans. So you're the pioneer in the music, So it's really I'm not a COVID fan, but if anything good came out of that, was this new way of connecting with who you admire.
agreed. I just adore this style. Like I
Mm.
said, in the early days, me and Joel just did audio, and it was fun to do it, but it wasn't the same. You don't get that expression, that gut reaction.
When I'm on the treadmill, I'm a visual girl. I need to see something. I can't just do the earphones, because like Defiant music, I'm like, it's good music for the treadmill, but I need to see. I need to see. So I'm glad they got videos.
Yeah, definitely. I like that too. I like getting a little flavor. I tell every band that comes on, even if you shoot some on your iPhone for 5 minutes that's not edited and goofy, make something. Make
Mhm.
something of it. Um, excuse me, one of our great local artists as well, and an awesome person, ML Elizabeth says, "Who said I miss Defiant? Stupid work. Don't worry. You can watch the replay 24/7 on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch for all you out there on those spots." ML was a guest on our show. Her band is Eternal Frequency. They are fantastic. She is fantastic. And like I said, man, these people in PA, they want to stay away from the drama. Let's just rock. Let's rock out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there you mentioned great lineup of Las Vegas bands. Is there competition and drama out there? Because that's a tough place to get seen and land something. Is it kind of combative?
No, you would think there would be, but no, and like, I don't see it. And I'm, I don't know. I think there's just so much to do there. Everyone's busy doing their own thing. You're like, go, go, go. But everyone's so but you Americans are always like that. You're always so cordial and kind. Like I told you a long, long time ago when I worked for my dad and and I sold lumber and my dad,
Yeah.
he said, you're going to be dealing with a lot of Americans. And I got to tell you, they're the funniest, the honest, best people to do business with. And I haven't seen anything to contradict that. So you guys are the best.
Thank you. You still shock me to this day when you tell me you used to be a lumber salesman.
I loved it.
Well, that's good if you love it. It's just if I'm at some kind of venue and I'm like, you're going to be meeting your lumber salesman and talk about lumber, you walk in, it's the last thing I expect. No
Yeah.
disrespect, but I just don't expect it. But that's great. And I know you talked about how much you enjoyed it, which is very cool. As they always say, if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
That's why some people say, isn't it work for you to do this show and think up questions and scout bands and scout co-hosts and all? No, not at all, because I love it so much. And like I said, something as simple as a text back and forth between me and you, to you're like, sure, I'll come on tonight. Just that right there just changes the whole day within seconds time.
Aw, thanks no, it's nice that you asked.
I will always ask if the moments come up. We did good. I do have a new Tuesday night girl, Bree Teller, who was on last night. She's going to be doing Tuesdays with me now that Jewel stepped aside. And Wednesday nights, as you know, as always, I love bringing on different people to do Wednesdays. I would love to have you back sometime, absolutely, because you're terrific. So always be on the lookout for my persistent texting. We got a lot coming up on the show in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to run it past everybody real quick. Of course, next Tuesday, Oh, I still got the Defiant one on there. That was tonight. Next Tuesday, the 29th, of course, our Halloween Spooktacular with Lydia Manson and Sushi. It should be great. October 30th as well, Wednesday night, next Wednesday, our Halloween Spooktacular Part 2 with Kelsey Livingood. Tuesday, November 12th. I'm actually taking off for Election Day because people are just going to be beside themselves. So we're going to take that Tuesday off and then come back Tuesday, November 12th with the great Lisa Orlando, one of our great local artists, brand new music out from her. Tuesday the 19th, Awake at Last, an incredible band, will be on the program. Thank you to Kinsey King for helping us land Awake at Last. November 20th, another great singer-songwriter, Bree May. She has rebranded herself. Country first, now kind of a rock country sound. She looks great, and we look forward to meeting her again, Bree May. And December 10th, our good friend Laura Cheadle returns for another visit. Finally got to see, you know the difference when you say about seeing Sherry. Laura's been on our show 3 times, played her videos, love her music. Finally got to a show of hers a couple weeks back. Me and my wife went, a friend of ours went. Getting to meet her in person and the laughs and the stories and the hugs and the love and then watching her on stage, it is so different. I guess like Defiant said, it's so different than when you're just flipping on her video or putting on her music. Quite an experience.
Wow. That's great.
That's what I'm expecting when I see you. Like, I'm just going to go on. I apologize in advance. We're eventually going to meet up, and I'm just not going to shut up. My wife might not shut up either. We're just that enthralled by you.
No.
Yes, I know
No,
you.
but I'm like that guy in the band. Usually I don't talk when I get nervous. So I'm okay like this or on the phone, but I get nervous, so I don't talk.
I am the last person on earth to get nervous around. I am, as you know, I do it here. And a couple of my friends I saw today at the funeral from years past, again, man, I caught this music thing you do, and it's awesome. You know why? Because you're exactly the same way you were in school and out of school at like a bar or something. You're always that same. You always have the same delivery, same personality, same outlook. That's cool. Because I like just being me here. So trust me, when you see me in person, I'm going to be the geek. I'm going to be blushing and red in the face and nervous. Advantage Sherry Nelson.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think so. I think a little bit. What's coming up? I know Thanksgiving holiday takes place here in America. Now I'll be in Vegas for that. Holiday season, they all come up. Of course, like I said, Halloween's coming, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all different things. Are you a holiday person? Do you get giddy for the holidays?
Sometimes, yeah. We had our Thanksgiving first of the second weekend of October, so we've already had ours. So yeah, Halloween's coming up, and is it our weekend this year? I think it is.
Actually, I think it's late week. I think it's Thursday. I forget. Well, let me check.
Yeah.
Because my calendar is my life. It's actually on a Thursday, which isn't bad.
Yeah. But no, Christmas is always nice. It's always nice. I love to cook, so I like to do a turkey dinner. So
Very nice. I used to cook for years too. Me and my father, it was a holiday tradition. We would cook together for 2 days, and then everybody would eat in 5 minutes. You're like, okay, that sucks. Do you have any special dishes that you like to cook? Any
No,
signatures?
no, I like doing the turkey. Like I started doing funny sides, like lobster mac and cheese, trying to compete with the Vegas stuff. But yeah, you'll pick up some really unique things when you're in Vegas. It's nice.
I'm excited for it. Lobster mac and cheese is big around here. I'm a big fan.
Are you going to see any shows when you're there?
Yeah, definitely do plan on it. And I let her do the picking because me, I'm kind of whatever. When
You're going to love the Thunder Down Under, Jeff.
Oh, I'm sure I will. That'll be, she could do that one on her own, I'm sure. But I'm open-minded. Keep an open mind. That's the last great piece of advice I can give you. Keep an open mind. I do want to remind everybody about a great thing we do. It is called the Key Concert Series, and we do it once a month over at Diffuse in Warminster, PA. And this month, it's coming up Saturday, November 16th. The doors open at 6. 4 great bands. You can get your tickets right now online for just $15. Key Concert Series. It's awesome. 4 great bands are going to be there on this evening. You know what? I'm wondering why I can't see the tickets. I got the banner in the way. Let's move the banner for a second. There you go. KeyConcertSeries.ticketspice.com/KCS Metal. It's a metal night. It's a nice hard rock night. Astrofelds, of course, who's been on our program. Mallcore. We played her video last night, and I might play it to take us out tonight because it's really great. I want people to get to know Mallcore, Carotid, and of course Kinsey King. And Kinsey King is a band that you and I love. We love Christian, of course, and we love the dudes. And Sherry, I'm so mad at myself because you were kind enough to take great pictures in your Kinsey King t-shirt, almost to model it for us, and I didn't post any of them on the thing. That stinks. Actually, I want to find one because it's great. Now we won't do that thing. But they're great. We thank you. He thanked me for it, and I mentioned it to you, and like, yeah, I would do that. And I told him, I got a great surprise for you. It's a nice little ad piece, and they loved it, and they thank you. They're big fans of yours as well. We love them, and I appreciate you.
No, they were really
Join.
nice to me, so I'm glad they liked it.
I appreciate it. I appreciate, like I said, doing that thing and helping the guys out and just helping push the name. That's what we try to do here. We're out to sell the talent.
No,
Giant-
I want to see them perform live, definitely.
Yes, me too. I'm very excited for this Key Concert Series thing. And if I had the magic of a private jet to fly and get you and bring you back, I would. But I don't. So we'll just have to wait. It'll be worthwhile. Once again, I want to remind everybody you can see Sherry Nelson December 1st, Los Angeles at the South Bay Music Awards at the Roxy Theater. December 7th, she's coming our way out east, New York City, 50 Shades of Gay, a Christmas cabaret. But with Ike Avelli, terrific comedian and a great guy, and he speaks highly of you, and we love him here, of course. And December 8th, you're going to be at Carnegie Hall. Randy Edelman will be performing. December 13th is the Soho Johnny annual holiday party, all that going on in New York City. We're excited to have you on the East Coast. We're always excited to have you on the Yo Show. I thank you tremendously once again for spending an evening with you. It just makes my night. It's fantastic.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, Jeff. Thank you.
The blushing is absolutely mind-blowing. And, of course, Defiant, you can find Defiant on Facebook, Defiant, Instagram, Defiant17055, www.defiantpa.com. Their music is on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, all those download sites. The new EP, Ignite, is out now. Sherry Nelson's a fan. I am a fan, and I thank everybody out there tonight who is a fan. Sherry, we're going to take everybody out tonight. We're going to head out. But I want to play this video by a band called Mallcore because they're going to be at the Key Concert Series with us on November 16th. This is their song, War Cry. It's really a great song. So I want to play it for everybody and say goodnight. Sherry, thank you again so much. Nothing but love. We'll see you soon.
Good night.
Good night.